staying with us. My case, politics of intimidation. Rita Ushe, known as Raye, the lady who said President Tinubu is a terrible president because youth corps members were still being paid 30,000 naira in March 2025, even though minimum wage became 70,000 naira since last year, has had her service year extended by 2 months as punishment for making that comment. Everyone says it's in the National Youth Service Corps bylaws not to riot, protest, nor speak against the government. I hope Raye gets paid in full for the extra 2 months of service. I also commend her for being bold. If all Nigerians were bold, we would not have politics of intimidation. We would have good governance instead. Peter Obi has also spoken against the demolition of his brother's property in Ikeja GRA without a proper court injunction. His brother was not allowed to remove any item from the premises, amounting to about 1 billion naira in losses. You know, it was rumored that the landmark we saw demolition in Oniru also targeted Peter Obi, believing he owned it or had shares in it. A few people have said the landmark resort had taken more land than it was allocated and government was just taking back their land. But some of us asked what government was doing when it encroached on land that was not theirs, allowed them to spend billions, employ thousands, before using the excuse of wanting to build the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to demolish it, and then said the road couldn't be built there because of underwater cables. Anyhowness. If Nigerians agree on how to hold governments accountable, I say there will be no politics of intimidation. Supporters of President Tinubu commend him for removing fuel and foreign exchange subsidies, saying no other president before him had the guts. They ask us to hold our governors accountable for the good governance we seek, because the governors now get more federal allocations. But every time we try to hold our leaders accountable, their supporters will give us a reason, a good reason, why what they did is okay. When they can't find a good excuse, they tell us such happens all over the world. Trump did it, Putin did it. But they will not see Kenyans, our African brothers, who got back on the streets this week in their thousands, saying Williams Ruto, the president they all excitedly voted for just a few years ago, must go. Here's my verdict. We enable corruption here. Once it's someone we like, we defend the indefensible, no matter how many lives are affected. The reason it is easy to pick on and intimidate a few people in Nigerian politics is that we all do not come together to fight injustice, maladministration, and oppression. When 20,000 people gather in a spot, even if there are 1,000 armed men facing them, they can only count on fear. If they see that the people are fearless and ready to die, they know even if they start shooting, they will eventually be overrun by the sheer number of the people in front of them. But nobody wants to die in Nigeria, so we all enable politicians to play the politics of intimidation. If Raye didn't speak out, maybe government will not be paying the same 70,000 naira they promised since last year by now. They even started giving them foodstuff as palliative. Imagine if we all speak in one voice and condemn corruption and high-handedness. Even when it's our brothers or sisters in power, Nigeria will succeed.